Hey everybody, this is Rob again from Empire Clan doing the video on the new Colossus Awakening event that's coming out. That has actually launched already. It's a fun event. I enjoy it. I think it's entertaining. It's challenging. It introduces a new dynamic to your card draws. Just similar to the Capture the Flag, which I enjoy as well. It's one of those events that really balances things out between you and your opponent, because now it's a level playing field. It's all about the luck of the draw. It's about, you know, your ascensions, the cards that you have. So you can have a person that has probably the most powerful card in the world, but at the end of the day, if they don't address the Colossus, they are not going to get the upper hand on you. So again, it's one of those events that I think is very dynamic. Each battle gives you different challenges, so I just enjoy that type of gameplay. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do some navigation on my page. As you can see, I got a lot of stuff bouncing around as usual, because I don't really jump into the game that often during the day. So let's go ahead and check and see what we have going on here. So in the treasury, some new cards popped up. Another abomination. They must be really trying to get you to build him up for the Colossus event, because he is a key card to typically have for the Colossus event. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. These gold, I don't know. Alright, so I'm still waiting 54 minutes for my free gold. As I told you guys in the last video, I don't have these in sync, so I'm behind about 4 hours for when these daily card offers pop out. Let's see what we have as far as donations are concerned. Thank you guys for donating. Alright, nothing sitting there waiting, so I'm not going to open up any of my chests right now, except for the free ones. So let's see what we get. Anything good? No, Blade Dancer's not bad. Love them gems. Let's see. Alright, some spammy spam on the Elite Warrior side. Pixie. Of course they're giving her because of the event. Alright, let's see. Next. What is with them in this fearless, or not? What's with them in this commander? I don't get it. The imps, good combo for imps. Look at that, 12 gold, 12 fire and 12 frost. That's really good. And then of course the more elite, and then the chilling wind, which is a spell I use for this event. All right, some more gems. All right, let's see here. Silver Ranger, I'll take that. Always like Silver Ranger. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so that should be it for the free. Let's see. Somebody put in a request, looks like. No. Alright. Okie dokie. So that's enough of that fiddle faddle. Alright, let's go ahead and check out the Colossus, guys. That's what everybody's here for. Sorry, I get distracted because I'm sitting there trying to multitask on a couple things on the screen. Alright, so the Colossus event. What is the Colossus event? Alright, so the Colossus event is exactly what it shows. It's a big, giant, gold-ass Colossus that is going to be in the middle of the field. And what he does is that he marches to either the left or right, depending on who actually dwindles his power down first. That means you get control. So it's kind of like a pass the ball, so to speak, kind of event. So you dwindle his power down, he then becomes on your side. When he becomes active, he does a short little burst of power that will hurt or do some serious damage onto the minions that are around him at that time. So on that point, he starts to slowly march just like the normal Colossus does. The other side, the opponent, then has the capability of killing him, you know, with quotes, because once you kill him, he then switches sides again. So in other words, he can toggle back and forth between sides. So as he progresses forward, he gets killed, he then turns around, does a little explosion, and then starts marching his way down the other side of the field. As he changes sides, each level he becomes bigger, stronger, and faster. So the objective is to get him to the opponent's side without having to switch so many times. So that means you need to inhibit and prevent the opponent's side from actually being able to do damage. Now, on that note, the Colossus is the main focus. However, you can still win by defeating the other opponent's portal. So the other lanes are still active. So you could very well distract your opponent by spamming the heck out of the other lanes and doing damage to the portal while he's trying to focus on the Colossus. So it's a balancing act. You have to decide, what is your strategy going to be? Is it going to be total rush to attack the portal and don't really give a shit about the Colossus? Or are you going to take advantage of that Colossus and really just cause a defense strategy in the other lanes while focusing all your attention to develop that Colossus to get onto the other side? I personally, depending on the Ascension Tower, either play either way. So I'm going to try the deck that I have already built, so I'm not going to do any of the spammy stuff to see how I do. Show you what my normal deck is using Noella and using her chill spells. And then, depending on how the progression is, we'll see how I do. I will develop a spam deck, or even just use my existing spam deck to see how that works with this event. Alright, so we already have a lot of people who already progressed. Again, as you win, you get rewarded here. Oh, I can't even look at this stuff. You get the trophies. You get, of course, your... Why does it keep doing that? You get your Phoenix tokens, and then, of course, you get your glory points that you can use for, your ascensions and such. So the benefit is, of course, to get those rewards so you can ascend your characters to the next level before the end of this week. Because once this week is over, it's a new event, new ascensions, so on and so forth. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the rewards. Looks like they're just giving epics this time. You get the free side, which is fine. Again, you get minimum rewards there, but if you do pay for the pass, which here it's only 500 gems, you can reap some pretty good rewards here. They just recently reset the Phoenix event page, so now they're giving away, well, not giving away, you gotta pay for them. They will allow you to use your Phoenix tokens to get a Revenant card if you need, some Magic Construct if you want, and then of course probably the one everybody's going to go for is more likely the Silver Ranger. Prince Vendor nobody cares about really that much because he's not a highly utilized card, and if you are going to do an attempt to get Prince Vendor, if you really want him, I always suggest going to the Mythic Minion card randomizer, which is for only 2,000 Phoenix tokens opposed to spending 20,000 on one vendor. You're most likely going to get a vendor or two if you were to spend 20,000 Phoenix tokens in this category, so why not try it? I don't know what the likelihood of you getting the new Ice Witch. Hopefully she's in there, most likely not. And if you're going to go for legendaries, go do the 4,500 Phoenix token category, which is right here, opposed to trying to do this to straight 6,000. Like I said in the previous video I think out of 6 or 7 times I've gotten a legendary card about 5 out of those times. So you're most likely going to get a legendary. Again, if your success rate for that category is less than what I'm talking about, please leave a comment in the comments, please let us know what your success rate is there. Alright, so let's go ahead and try this thing with my existing Colossus deck, see how I do. So this is the deck that I'm using currently in the regular game. Like I said, I'll switch to that, see how that goes. I have my categories up here built for events. My first 2 are play decks. The third one is for overtime or bonus round for the last bot standing. And then 4 is for capture the flag, and then 5 is for the Colossus event. So I have new equipment now since we've been doing these events. So let me go ahead and add that. I am using, as you can see here, I am using the Deep Freeze, which will freeze the entire lane, and then I'm using the Chilling Wind, which will cause a segment of space to pretty much be enveloped in the spin, and anything that lay into that spot is going to be frozen for the duration, which is almost 8 seconds, which is a pretty long time. And I'm using Frost Imps, I'm using Blade Dancer, I have Valkyrie. She's not fast right now, and I don't have her ascended, so I will probably switch her out just so I can get some faster pace cards on the field. I will probably replace her with the Magic Construct, just so I can have that extra benefit. I do use the Executioner here. I do use the Silver Ranger for some range. I definitely use Pixie because she stops everybody in the field, and that's a benefit to have when you are going up against the Abomination. And then I use the Hellfiend just to kind of attack near the portal if the Colossus is right there. So as you can see, everything I'm utilizing is stop, give me some buff and attack, attack, pull away, range, stop everybody, destroy and stop, or prevent rather, and then just aggression. That, especially with my 2 spells, which are pretty much stop and enable, that should give me enough buff to make that Colossus get to that portal. So my objective here is to get the Colossus to do the dirty work for me, not destroy the portal with my minions. Alright, so I went ahead and buffed up my Magic Instruct, which gives them additional health and attack boost because of the equipment that I have. So let's try it out and see. Let's see how it goes. Lord Voldemort. Holy crap. Playing against a Harry Potter character. Alright, so there's the Colossus. As you can see, looking all menacing and crazy. Okay, that's odd. So I'm not going to put everything in the lane. She's going to do enough damage for him because she is ascended. Alright, he's whipping out that Viper because he thinks my strategy is going to be... to attack the other lanes, which that's not the case. Alright, so I'm going to freeze him there, let the Colossus do his work. Alright, so I'm going to use this spell here just to stop him in his tracks. I'm going to use my Silver Ranger. I'm probably not going to be able to get on the first attack. Now I'm going to freeze him, and Valkyrie. He's got an Ascendant Valkyrie. So as you can see, my spell is now starting to load. He's probably got another fast one he's going to pull. So I'm going to try to drag him off. Yeah, there it is. So he's hitting everybody in the lane. So I'm going to freeze him now. And now I'm going to wait. And there's the Colossus doing his thing. Oh! Ooh, nice switch! Okay. Pretty impressive. Alright, so now I gotta freeze that. I'm gonna wait. Let him start marching. And then I'm gonna go ahead and whip out the freeze. Okay, so now I have him by the testicles. Because no matter what he does, everybody over there is gonna be stopped. See? Dungeon. Not bad, huh? So again, the objective is to enable and inhibit the opponent from being able to do the damage to the Colossus in that aspect. And you saw there was still some other stuff going on in the other lanes, but at that juncture, looking at the deck he was using, he doesn't have anything that was going to cause any gripe. He really probably should have put the Phase Assassin in the other lane. That would have diverted my attention to ensure that I put something in her way to prevent her from doing damage. The Phase Assassin is a tactical little bugger to put in the other lanes, not to use solely on the Colossus. I think that was a desperation attack, and he paid for it. Now, I did mention yesterday in my video that the Colossus Awakening and the Capture the Flag contribute to your wins here. So as you can see, I didn't have that when I first started. So now, since I did my last wind, I now have the capability of opening another one of these chests. So let's see what I get. Alright, nothing. Stone Elemental will be good to have for the next Ascension Towers if they put them back into the Ascension flow. He was a pain, and another spammy style deck because of his splitting capabilities, which if he's in the Ascension Tower, I'll make sure I'll cover that. Ooh, nice gems. I'll take 3. Alright, so I still got some progression I gotta do. And let's look at my challenges. I have to do 3 more. So I should be able to get that with the Colossus event. Alright, so let's try the deck again. See how it goes. Alright, whatever that person's name is. Alright. Not a good draw. Everything's a little high cost. Alright, so... Oh, Reflector. Alright, let me hold him off. I have no alternative. I gotta do something. Alright, so he's going Rush. And he's using Quake. Oh, and he's... Oh, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna freeze those guys. Hopefully the Colossus will kill them. Did for the most part. I'm gonna go ahead and put my range here. freeze that group. Now the Colossus counts as a card in your deck, so you will have the capability of making some additional progress up the lane. I'm gonna pull them all out of the way, freeze them. Let's see here. All right. I'm gonna. Oh, is this a bot? You don't see that card that often, so that makes me be suspect this is probably a bot. All right, so I'm gonna kill her because she sucks. I'm going to freeze the group because I don't care about him down there. I'm then gonna go ahead and use my ice spell. Stopped everybody there. Put that down just for good measure and done. All right. So far, so good. Let's see if that was a bot. I said it in the previous video, regardless of what event it is, besides the last bot standing, because they're all bots, when you play these other events, you can still tell if the person is a bot or not by going to the player directory. So, as you can see, this is the player, or whatever the heck that's supposed to be. And if you go down here, click on the line up there so you can start typing in your names. You're not typing anything, you're gonna go scroll, and they are both real people. So Lord Voldemort and whatever that name is a real person. So we play 2 real players, which is good. That means we're actually facing real people and not bots right now. So that means there's some activity going on. All right, let's do another. See what we get. And it's thinking. That's always a sign that you're actually going to get a bot. But let's see. Let's cross our fingers, guys. Man, this thing's thinking for a second, huh? Sir Queef? The names, man. I swear to God, the names in this game. Oh. Yeah, all right, this is a bot. All right, so what you're dealing with here is a rush strategy to pretty much attack the portal. The bots don't really give a shit about the Colossus. They don't have an interest in the Colossus. There's nothing about the Colossus that gives them any interest. So really, your objective here is just to just outlast the bot. Sometimes you'll face a blitzkrieg bot. Sometimes you'll play a moronic bot that follows the algorithm of the Colossus. So what the original bot algorithm was okay, if Colossus is on the field, don't do anything for 20 seconds. And as you see, he hasn't done anything, has he? So I killed him. He's going to take out everything in the lane. That's fine and dandy. I really just wanted to get rid of that Immortal Knight because their Immortal Knight was going to be a problem. Yeah, this is over. Alright, so I'm going to freeze everybody there. I'm going to put the Ice Rift there just because. I probably don't need to, but this bot's ignorant, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, so nothing's going on there. But yeah, that was like I said, the bots don't play the game like a player would play when they're trying to win this event. Alright. Sir Queef. And I can prove to you that was a bot. We'll go look at the names again and see that person will not be on there. And I can say this, Nordis, you need to talk to your programmers because they're putting some vulgar ass names for these bots. See, not there. Still got Lord Voldemort, still have whatever the person's name was. So the Queef person's not on there. So we know that wasn't a real person. Okay, so I've already made it up to level 3. It's, you know, they start matching you against more challenging players, I think, as you progress. You just, you know, play your strategy, stick to it. If you lose, don't think that just because you lost, you have to change it up. Sometimes it's just a draw. Trust me, I play this, and I know I say this all the time, but I play it and I'll lose. I'll lose like 3 times in a row. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But sometimes they match you against a player that is just ridiculously Kakashi, that is just crazy level, and they have better cards, and no matter what you try, they're gonna have the upper hand on you, and unfortunately it's just how it is. Sometimes equipment plays a factor. Just play the game, just enjoy it. Again, it's an event. You lose, so be it. Yeah, that's not the end of the world, guys. Alright, so you see this is probably another bot because they're going different lanes. He's not too focused on the Colossus itself. Man, they're giving me all kinds of crazy crap. See, the draw here is just a little awkward here. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze that lane just because I want to let my Magic Construct grow some strength. I know they're going to... there it is. I knew that was coming. Alright, that should have froze all of them. But it did not. So be it. So I'm going to pull them out of the way. Let him do his thing. I'm going to freeze the group. Let him continue doing his thing on that lovely little Mountain Giant. Which, the Mountain Giant's actually a pretty good card for this event, but this is a bot. I'm going to get him out of the way. I'm going to put another Magic Construct in the lane, which I don't like going one lane, but I am because I'm not too worried about the Executioner. He doesn't do enough damage for me to really care. I did not realize he was putting that thing down back there, but I'm going to now lock everybody up. I'm going to let them do their thing, freeze the group. I'm going to put my Archer down here on the bottom lane to kind of give some additional attention. Put the Magic Constructor there with the freeze. So as you can see, now that the Abomination's there, this is probably a done deal for him. I'm going to put a second one there just for good measure. So now there's pretty much no way for him to stop this push because I have the spell, I have the strength, I now have the freeze. This is too much. Too much for the person. Alright. Kakashi. Let's see if Kakashi was real. Because that was... the person was using bot-style cards. So let me see. Yeah, that was another bot. Okay. Alright, well... and again, the event is fun. It's rewarding. It challenges you to really adapt with the Ascensions, of course. I know I say it all the time, but it's true. Since the Ascensions were introduced, you have to realize that your standard issued decks are no longer going to be capable to accomplish what you were doing prior. So, again, look at the Ascension Tower. Pick a lane or pick a side. Go with it. Commit to it. Adapt your strategy to it. Introduce yourself to new types of cards. Like I never use Pixie any other time, but for this event I use Pixie. Even though I don't got Pixie Ascended, Pixie's a good card to utilize. The spells, I typically wouldn't use those in a regular battle. I would probably use Noella's Tombstones that would pop up all over the place, and then maybe the Ice Rift. But really, for this event, it's a perfect strategy. So let's get to the number 5. Let's see if we can do one more with 5 wins in a row. Playing a real player. You can tell because the name's got color in it. Bots don't do that. Alright, they start me off with 2 Magic Constructs, which is a plus for me. Ooh, that's an interesting tactic. I have to say I probably like that, because it really makes me focus on that. Oh, he's using little stuff. Okay, so he's using little things, he's using that range. I'm going to put the Construct down, I'm going to freeze the lane now, because I don't want him to use those guys to destroy the Colossus. I want the Colossus. Okay. Alright, so that was good. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Oh, he's got an Ascended Pixie. He sacrificed his... Yeah, I know the drill, brother. Alright, so I'm going to just do that just because I know the Ice Rift will... Or, I'm sorry, the... Ooh, and he's got an Ascended... This is interesting. That is actually a pretty good tactic. Alright, so this strategy seems pretty on point. I might have met my match. Alright, so I'm gonna pull all these boogers out of my way. Ah, I didn't think he was gonna kill everybody like that. Alright, so I'm gonna freeze. Alright. So hopefully I can get her before she hits. No, there she goes. Alright, so now I'm playing damage control here, which is not good. And it looks like, there we go. Freeze everybody. Magic Construct. More power. Alright, so now I gotta just pretty much focus on strength here. because if I do not, he is going to overwhelm me with all these little things. The only benefit I have right now is that his strategy with his magic his mana wraith is reducing his capability of using the stuff he wants to use. So it's literally costing him every time he puts that thing down. Get that out of the way. I'm going to use him to close him up. There we go. Alright, so we're getting there now. So he thinks he's going to be able to use that Phase Assassin there, but once the Phase Assassin's available, she's going to die just because of the Ice Rift. And now I'm going to pull everybody away and pull them into the group, which will be damaging for them, and now I have the capability of freezing the lane. Good game, though. You had me on my toes. That was a good game. Very good game. That was a good one. And that's the difference between playing a bot and a real person, is that the real person plays more organic. They have a more varied deck, and they're just pretty much keeping you puckered the entire time. So that was a good one. Alright, so let's see what I get out of this little chest here, and then I think we'll call it a day, guys. Alright. Spammy, spam, spam, spam. And a reflector, I'll take it. Alright, so that's the Colossus in a nutshell, guys. Here's where the ranking's at. Some people have already obliterated this damn thing because they are just farming the shit out of this game. I don't know, I just can't play it like that. I'll probably get up to the top, and then I'm gonna call it a day. So if I get to 40, I'll be done. If I continue playing and I can surpass the people at the top here, looks like Cobra's at the very top, then yeah, maybe I'll try to work to get to #1 if I get close to the top. But this event's going to be going on here for the next 40 hours, so the next almost 2 days from right now. So that just means there's just going to be a lot of people, you know, progressing and pushing, and I'm not going to invest a lot of time to it. But again, it's a game to play to kind of fill in some space with your day and some time. So try it out, guys. I recommend it. It's one of my I think it's probably my second favorite event that we have in there. Solo events now. I like the raids, I like the guild raids, but when it comes down to solo events, if I were to organize them, I would say it would probably be Colossus, then Capture the Flag, and then unfortunately, because it's in the damn category, I have to say Last Bot Standing. I can't stand that game. Anyway, I digress. That being said, guys, I think that's it for this video. I appreciate you guys watching. If you do like the content and like the information provided, please like and subscribe. If you have any insight input, do you love this event? Do you hate this event? Do you despise it? Do you loathe it? You know, whatever the case may be, supply your 2 cents. Put it in the comments in the video. I'd like to see it. And again, as I always say, if you have any recommendations or suggestions or strategies for a deck, please supply such, and I'll see if I can incorporate it into my game, into one of these videos. So on that note, guys, thanks for watching, and stay safe, stay sharp, and until next time.